Hi, I'm Vicki Runk with Runk Pratt Senior Living Communities, and welcome to the announcements for the month of October. Starting with Liberty Ridge. On October the 5th at 1 o'clock, for our Distinguished Speaker Series, author Zoe Myers will be here to talk about her latest book, We Too, based on a true story about war and love. October the 14th, we are taking a trip down to the Warhoff House in Wytheville to lunch and to see a show called The Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. On October the 20th at 3 o'clock, we'll have our October birthday celebration with musician Billy Blue Eyes. October the 29th at 10 o'clock, we'll have our trick-or-treating and a storytelling time with the Caterpillar Clubhouse. October the 30th at 2 o'clock, a big Halloween party and costume parade. Moving on to our Smith Mountain Lake community, on October the 19th, Young and Spirit Choir from the Vinton Baptist Church will be singing for us. On October the 24th from 10 to 2, we're going to be having a big fall festival right there at the community at Smith Mountain Lake. We want our families, residents, and friends to all join us. You're all invited. We've got so many fun things planned. We're going to have an antique show, a bouncy house, a horse-drawn carriage, face painting, food, and so much more. Please come out and see us. October the 26th, we're going to be having a Mary Kay makeover time with Robin. October the 30th, a Halloween party. We're going to be announcing the winners of our pumpkin painting contest. We will also have an employee costume contest, plus lots of good food and so much fun. Our Leesville Road community, starting on October the 8th at 10:30, they're going to be doing a craft, and they're going to be featuring leaf designs featuring fall. October the 20th at 2 o'clock, toothpick architecture. October the 30th, the Timberlake Christian School will join us, and they're going to be having their costumes on, and they're bringing treats with them. On October the 31st from 2 to 4, we're having a family event, the Harvest Carnival Social. Now for our forest community. October the 12th at 2 o'clock, we're going to be celebrating Columbus Day with a banana boat social. October the 16th at 2 o'clock, we'll be having Oktoberfest. October the 27th at 2 o'clock, a pumpkin craft. And October the 30th at 2 o'clock, our Halloween Gala. I always leave you with a thought for the month, but because we're putting our emphasis on Alzheimer's over the last 2 months, and we're getting ready to end with the Memory Walk this coming Saturday on October the 3rd. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some Alzheimer's communication guide. So here goes. Write it down, it's very helpful. Never argue, instead agree. Never reason, instead divert. Never shame, instead distract. Never lecture, instead reassure. Never say remember, instead reminisce with them. Never say I told you, instead repeat and regroup. Never say you can't, instead do what they can. Never command, demand, instead ask and model. Never condescend, instead encourage. Never force, instead reinforce. I don't know about you, when I read that, something just settled with me that I needed to share it with you because it's very helpful when dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia clients, and so I wanted you to have that in your possession as well. As we end our little time together where we talked about so many things in all of our communities, I do want to remind you those are only highlights, and our activities gals have planned some tremendous things to celebrate fall and to get our residents involved, and we want you to come and join us. So look at the activities calendar in the community that you live and check out the things that you may want to put on your list to be involved in. As I close, I want to thank each and every one of you who have donated your time and your efforts and your money to help Runk Pratt become such a strong force in the Memory Walk this year. And like I told you earlier, the walk is this coming Saturday on October the 3rd, and it's in Windhurst, and I'd love to see you there. If you can't be there, I'm just hopeful that you'll pray for us and that you'll be there in spirit. We have raised a record amount this year, and I will announce announce that in next month's announcements because we're still collecting every penny until tomorrow, Thursday, October the 1st. Our monies have to be handed in. But I am so grateful to each and every one of you who heeded the call to come and help, and you've just been tremendous. I do have 3 families that I want to recognize for some large donations, and they're from our forest facility. The Sherratt family, thank you so very much for your donation. John Taylor, you have done a tremendous job in rallying everybody around, and you've done so many fun things to donate, and we are so thankful for you. And Miss Pam Rubel, who just lost her husband this week to the fight of Alzheimer's. Pam, our hearts go out to you. I am in prayer for you. I had the opportunity to stop and be with that family and say a prayer with Mr. Rubel just a few days before he passed. And we know that he's in a better place now, but we want you to know, Pam, that we love you, and we are so very in sorrow for what you're going through right now. We're hoping for a better day of peace, and we know that Mr. Rubel would want it that way. In his memory, I close this broadcast, and I'm asking each and every one of you, don't forget the fight that we're in against Alzheimer's. I'm wearing purple again just to remind you all that yes, we celebrate and concentrate through the month of September into October, but we don't ever want to forget every month that there are so many of our families affected by this disease. So I close out not saying any more about Alzheimer's till we get closer to it next year, but I want you to know it's always on my mind. That's why we do what we do every time, every day. Everything that we do has to do with memory care and Alzheimer's and aging, and we're right there with you in your journey. We appreciate you, we rejoice with you, we sorrow with you, we're here for you. We want to do life with you at Runk Pratt Senior Living Communities. Until November, enjoy this October and all the things that's going on in the communities. I'm Vicki Runk, and here are the birthdays for the month of October. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Here they come. Happy birthday.